You want to know what the best thing about being a sports fan is? There's only 2 days in the entire year that we don't have any games in any sport.
So with all that action in the sports world, that just makes about every day game day at DraftKings Sportsbook.
If you're new to DraftKings, listen up. You can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly.
All you got to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code CLUB520.
That's code CLUB520 for new customers. All you got to do is bet $5 for $150 in bonus bets.
Only on DraftKings Sportsbook.
The crown is yours.
Subscribe to our YouTube, CLUB520. We clowning on that mother.
Just hit the button.
God.
Don't ask more questions.
Subscribe.
Live from Jalisco Resort World Club 520. We out here in Vegas Summer League doing it big. And you know what? If you're happy to see this is the last episode we doing in Vegas, and what better way to end it with a legend, a special guest to my left. We're going to introduce my man's last, but to my far left, we got my dog, Bishop B. Hen out the Pearlies. How you what, Nasty?
Cool and nasty. Let's get to it.
Out the gates to the right, my dog, Young Nacho, Young Teague. How you what?
I'm chilling, bro. Y'all know this is a special episode for me, man. I wore number 0 because of this guy, so I'm hyped. Man, it's a huge honor to have him on the show. We all been trapping by the dough this weekend, so excited to it. Yeah, for sure.
The feats, we left him at the crib. We out here getting to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, but what's crazy is for real, like me and him early on got really cool because we shared a common theme, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you noticed, but like, this is like, you're his favorite player.
Oh, man.
He wasn't bullshitting about him wearing 0 because that wasn't no podcast shit. That was real shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I won a lot of money playing with the Wizards on 2K fucking with you. So you was definitely my favorite player, so we was locked in. But if you don't know who this is, look, man, Hibachi, the man who got it cracking, pioneer hoops in the NBA, the style of play they couldn't do like he did. Gilbert Arenas from Gil's Arena. Appreciate you pulling up the 520, big dog.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
They've been waiting on this episode. We have too, man. We been geeked about this,
I've
man.
been watching it, man. Y'all been doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
I want to kick off, though, with a question. How you feel about Michael Ealy picking up Megan Good? How you feel about Michael Ealy picking up Megan Good, bro? Is that out of pocket or what, bro?
No, if you see the whole thing, he did shake dude's hands first. Okay. And then he went to Megan. Still, I know. It kind of made him uncomfortable. Right? You know, start looking on his palm pipe. You know, he got a little episode on there.
I'll lift my girl up.
Yeah, that's how don't take my girl off her feet, right? Nah. And I was dying. It was like he was about to pull out the musket because you know he was dressed like he in a fucking speakeasy and shit.
Motherfuckers like
dressed like Django.
Now listen, we always start the show off talking to Heat, and what better person to talk to you? Because listen, you was a pioneer of the foot game going crazy in game, and also I used to follow you back on the Instagram back when you was giving away the jerseys and shoes in the old crib. Man, how was it like having your own signature shoe starting off and then you just playing in like crazy shit?
You know, when it came to signature shoes, you know, it's always the hooper's dream to get their signature, right? So when it came to me with the idea, like I wanted to be fully involved, right? Sure. And I'm like, yo, I wear low tops. I don't wear real basketball shoes like that. I'm more lifestyle. I was wearing Air Max 95s in games, right? Gotcha. So everything was low top. So I was like, you know, I want to design it for more for, you know, chilling. Like Jordans, people didn't play in Jordans, right? People didn't play in Michael Jordan shoes. They wore around. So that's how I wanted my shoe to be. So when that first one launched and everybody loved it, it was like, man, I was already trying to figure out what we're going to do with, you know, part 2. So, you know, when that gun situation happened, they took that motherfucker from me. Shit, all the shoes I've ever had, I just unleashed them, right? Because, you know, even though I couldn't wear Jordans and stuff like that, I always collected shoes. Yeah. So, you know, when I got down to Orlando, it was like, I just wear every shoe that I had
was putting
in the
that
store.
heat on
You
Orlando.
was going crazy.
All the pennies.
This was my childhood dream, man. Penny was my favorite player, so.
Yeah. And also, you playing in the Air Max Plus was like, I know the D&Gs get a lot of, like he played in, you played the Air Max Plus. If you don't know what that shoe is, that is one of the stiffest shoes that does not have any give any weight in that shoe, forward, back, nothing. So you the killing that shoe, you was different, bro.
The only problem was when you like turning the corner and that bubble hit that wood, you getting the slide.
For sure. What I loved about, so my first time playing against you, it was after the gun stuff. You came back, it was John Wall rookie year. You wasn't wearing 0 no more.
I was wearing 9.
I was hurt.
Yeah.
Before the game, I'm like, they like, everybody knew, like, Bibby and them, like, you about to play Gil. What you gonna do when you get out there? You gonna be a fan? I'm like, hell no, I'm asking for a jersey. So I walked out there and you had 9 on. I'm like, nah, I don't want the 9. I don't want the 9, bro. I don't want the 9. I was like, nah, that ain't right. And I'm like, why? I'm on the bench. I'm at the end of the bench. I'm like, why you ain't wearing 0? He's like, man, he putting that all away. He don't want to do that no more. I'm like, he tripping. I was hurt. I was like, man, I ain't asking him for shit. I subbed in the game. I got in. It was my second year. I got in the game. And I walked up to you. And I was like, yeah. You was like, I got him. Because Jamal was on our team. He's like, I got him. I was like, shit, he think I'm sad. Yeah, I got him. He was like, John, take Jamal. I got him. I was like, shit. I was like, I ain't saying nothing the rest of the game.
But the way these knees work, man, you just got in, man. I figured you wasn't gonna be shooting like that, man.
Especially with Jamal. Jamal was on the court.
You ain't had that green light like that, man.
Hell no.
You young fella, man.
He's like, yeah, I got him. I'll never forget that.
Man, it's crazy, man. What y'all doing over at Gil's Arena, man? Shout out to the crew, changing the game, man. Like, I know we do a podcast, but it's like to the point, y'all not a podcast anymore. Y'all a whole entity. And like, could you talk about the difference between like going from doing a pod to basically like being streamers and like how that's changed, like the reactionary stuff and how that's evolved for you guys as a business?
Yeah, so, I started back in 2008 it was 2018 when it was, podcast was more just like was it Sirius Radio, was it iHeart, right? It was just a voice. It didn't have the face. And I'm like, man, I'm an NBA player, right? I'm gonna get my followers by, me. Yeah. So, I recorded it and then put it out. And then people started liking the idea. So back then I was getting paid off the audio and the video. So I was putting the same shit, boom, 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 right? I jumped out of it a few times because, Matt and them came in, and then they started with Showtime, and then, they getting all the big guests. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, they getting A-list, I'm getting C-list. I'm like, oh man, damn. Come on, man. And then the knuckleheads came in, they getting A-list, like, come on, dog.
Oh, we know they're all too well.
So, like sometimes, as athletes, we got all the contacts, but we don't want to, like I got KD, but I don't want to ask him.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker tell me, no, I gotta hate the nigga for no reason.
Trust me, I know.
Twin.
So, I jumped out of it, jumped back in, and then around like 2020, what happened was COVID hit, everybody had to stop.
Yeah.
So everybody had to go to Zoom, and I was like, oh, this is me right now.
Yeah.
So since everybody was Zoom, I was watching people Zoom in. I'm like, that shit look raggedy, the internet bad, that shit look all goofy. So I'm gonna just keep doing live. But since NBA players don't want to do it, I'm gonna go to these high school kids.
Yeah.
Right. So I went to all the top high school kids because they're gonna be willing to do it.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just took off. Yeah. Right. This is when I was with Fubo.
Yeah. I remember.
So we did the finals. It was the finals watch party. So we sitting here doing it. Right. Looked at the numbers, niggas blew out. And just sitting there like, man, why don't we do it just like ESPN, TNT style, where it's like about 4 or 5 of us, and then we just talk to sports like they do, but long version. They do like 30 seconds a topic and then they move on when we just do it like that. So when I got the concept down, I met Rashad at 24 Hour Fitness. Nigga didn't talk to me for like 2 months. Nigga just walking around mean mugging and shit. And then how you wait to a nigga like crack a smile, like, hey man, how you doing?
Just walk around diesel for no reason.
Just diesel for no reason, man. And then I asked him like, what you doing, man? You should podcast. So he came on the episode. Brandon came on the episode. So when I was looking for a crew, I looked for the niggas that I just finished talking to.
Yeah.
Right? And then that's how that, like, I was like, I don't got no vision yet, man. I know what I'm thinking, but I don't know how it's gonna look. Niggas like, all right, I'm down, shit. And that's why, like, when we started getting big and they're like, oh, y'all should fight. Like, nah. Yeah. When I didn't have it, when I had just had a vision, no concept, these niggas was like, I'm in, let's go. And then from there, we just.
That's hard.
Right? It ain't about, it ain't about, like, our egos, right? It's, we all got a job to do, and we just do it.
Yeah.
Like, so, motherfucker call me a bitch ass nigga in the middle of the show. I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I mean? I don't care, man. This is what we doing. Man.
Yeah,
It's just like the
yeah,
locker
yeah.
room, right?
Yeah. Facts.
Listen, man, love the show. Y'all be going crazy. Y'all topics be going all across the internet. What I like about it is that, with this space that everybody, has a voice, has an opinion, and everybody can get their own lane off. Y'all have carved yours off. Like I said, with the streaming stuff, it's so prevalent now. Like, y'all like one of them go-to places. When something happen, they're like, oh, I need to tap on Gilbert Arenas. Or something happened, like even with Josiah, like he'll post, oh, we going live in the air about this shit.
Yeah.
I think that wave is gonna be with next, but I don't think it's something that people can like copy. You can't replicate that. So kudos to y'all for making your own space in that situation, man.
It's everybody's so, especially with timing, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, it's usually once a week episode, right? And when people talk about podcasts, that's the lane that's getting oversaturated, right? The once a week, right? Right now, it's more about putting as much information as you possibly can out, right? Like you guys are in the stage where you're gonna try to do like 4 or 5 shows, bank them so you ain't got to work for a while, right? I've been there, right? Right? And right now on YouTube, there's only 5 live shows, and I'm on 3 of them. It's my personal one. It's Gilbert Arenas, and then me with Shannon Sharp and Ocho, but I'm just a guest on there. Then you got Pat McAfee football, and then you got Sheed and Tyler. So that's the lane that everybody's so scared because everybody want to be safe, clean up what they're doing, but for the most part, if you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do. So that's the lane you should jump into.
Noted, Mike.
There ain't nobody really in that lane, man.
Yeah.
And since you guys don't really have guests like that, and you guys don't have to thrive off guests, the guests are just a bonus. So you can do your everyday like this, and then do your guests once a week, and still, so you're in both algorithms.
Yeah, honestly, they hate when we have guests. They tell us who they want as guests. Like you was in the top 5 requested guests. But when we have somebody else, be like, yeah, that's cool. But y'all niggas get back to work. I'm like, This summer, Hennessy encourages you to shake things up and explore new possibilities. In partnership with some of their friends and family, Hennessy is putting their twist on some of your favorite cocktails, including the margarita, the berry mojito. These fresh cocktails will turn your next gathering into something more. Set things off with the Hennessy margarita, a squeeze of fresh lime juice and a bit of agave syrup, topped off with ice and a salted rim. Mix it, shake it, pour it, and enjoy Hennessy. Hennessy, made for more. Please enjoy Hennessy responsibly. 21 and over only.
But shit, I want to talk ball because I'm a
Yes,
fan.
sir.
Like watching the game now, like when you was my guy. You and Baron Davis were my guys, and y'all was scoring guards. Y'all getting 30, 40, 50, 60 points. And like to see the league now, like this is tailor-made for you.
Oh my!
You probably would have averaged what, like 32, 33?
Easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with how I played. It's long ball, but I used to post up a lot.
Yeah.
I used to post up smaller guards and just ISO work. So the fact that all the bigs are now pulled out to the 3-point line and they don't take charges and shit like that. It's not crowded. I would have been sitting there getting 9, 10 free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Nightmare.
And ain't even power forwards really that morning. So you really ain't got no contest after
No,
that.
there's no contest. It was a point where when they changed the rule by the time you got in. But back then, there was no just jump straight up.
Yeah.
Right? So what ended up happening, I used to headhunt. Right? If you was inside that key, I didn't go for the layup. I just ran into you.
Nah, I seen when you
Right?
used to play.
I'm just running straight to you. If you in the lane, you've been talking about Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, and people like that, and you got caught in that lane, fuck that layup, dog. I'm running right into you, right? Layup right here, you right there. I'm going across the lane, hitting you, then try to come back.
Yeah.
Get your ass out of the game. I ain't got to see no more. Right? So looking at the game now, man, it's like, man, I wish that knee would have held her just like 4, 5 more years, man.
Nah, I took that from you and used it in college. It's the same thing in college. So my buddy Phillip, he was the first person to show me. I didn't watch NBA at all. And he had NBA TV, and he was like, bro, you got to play like Gilbert Arenas. And I'm like, man, how he play? He had NBA TV. We sat there. The highlights go by every once in a while. So we had to sit there and keep watching. He was like, he just drive to the basket hard as hell. And I was like, yeah, I'm on that. And I just started playing like that. I just drive to the basket, jump into people.
Yep.
And I go to the free throw line in college. And then I knew you already because Jason Gardner was better than you in high school. So downtown.
Get your shit off, King. My nigga was itching for that one. Because we getting right to that. I was hoping y'all down back to Arizona.
I did Jason Gardner from that. So, like, we knew you from watching Jason at Arizona.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, yeah, he was nasty. He wore 0. Why he wear 0? And I just started following up, trying to figure out who you was. And then I started watching. Then I became a fan for real.
Yeah, that was my guy, man. We used to battle. We had the same personality. We used to battle football players who faster, who had more money.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We who had the better cars. When you get to college, and we used to have two. Was it Bobby Wade? He ended up making it to the NFL. Right, and those used to be our next door neighbors, and I get a radio, he get a radio, right? Jason get a radio, they get a radio. Like it was just one of those things that we compete with. So, but I told Jason, man, that Indiana cool. You average little points out there, man.
He was a dog, bro.
He was a dog.
He was a dog. He was only 5'10". Damn near the best point guard in the country in 2000, bro. 99, I mean.
Yeah.
For real, so.
It pushed me to the 2.
Yeah.
Right, because I was a 2 my senior year, but I was a point guard. Right, so when I came in, I remember my dad was like, he was like, "You going after Jason Gardner's spot?" And I was like, "Nah, man, he my roommate." And he was like, "What the hell that mean?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Shit, he just give me the ball the whole time. So if I beat the 2 and we on teams, he just gonna give me the ball the whole time." So me and Jason used to talk about that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then, so when practice started, they was like, "All right, Jay, you got the first pick." He's like, "I got Gil." They was like, "Wait, what?" You got McDonald's All-American, McDonald's All-American, McDonald's All-American. He got me first. And we used to run the table, dog.
That's hard.
That's how me and Ish Smith was. Ish was the point guard. I was like, shit, I ain't gonna beat him out. I'm gonna play the 2. I'm gonna play the 2.
That's the league, man. You gotta be you gotta be able to shift 1, 2, 2, 1, and have these different skills, man, to last, because going to college, going to the NBA, there's people that's in your position already.
Yeah.
Right? So you gotta find you gotta find what the team needs at that moment in time until you get to establish yourself.
Yeah. I gotta ask, with today's NBA how it's played now, what do you think the next wave will be? Because we've seen, the game transition to a lot of volume 3s, and now we're starting to see the big man have a resurgence. What do you think might be the next wave in the NBA?
Bottom end, if you 6'5", you gotta be athletic as shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, it seems like 6'7", 6'8" is gonna be the new point guard.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? It just seems like, especially with the overseas, like the overseas is not taking over. It's only 2 positions, the 4 and the 5. Everybody's 7 foot in that position. Yeah. And the fact that they're 7 foot and they can shoot, the American bigs is far behind them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So if you're gonna go for a 4 or 5, you gotta go look for an overseas guy, because here, from AAU, if you got any height over the rest, you the center.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a big, so, you're going to be stuck down low all the way until you're about 17, 18, right? And over there, they're teaching everybody guard skills. But, when it comes to the guard play, they don't have the foot speed, they don't have the athleticism. So, somebody like Luka sitting at 6'10", yeah, he has the advantage, but who's the second best? Who's the third best over there? Shea was trained as an American. Then they don't have any shooting guards. They don't have any small forwards that's dominating like that. So we got them 6'7" point guards. What Luka is going to be coming soon.
Speaking of 6'7" point guard, your son, he fit the mold.
Yeah.
He nasty. I ain't gonna lie, he nasty. I be watching his highlights. I seen him. I watched games. Like he got a scorer mentality.
The lineage.
Man, that's straight from you. I'm like, damn, I heard you tell stories about how y'all train 600 shots in the morning, things like that. Does he love it like that, or is that just like you
He
putting
likes
it?
it.
Oh, he likes it.
He don't understand what the love is yet.
Yeah.
Right? He's sitting there in that mode of, I got my friends, my girlfriend, my family, school, and he thinks all of it is on the same playing field. And I'm like, nah, dog, you're gonna have to sacrifice 3 of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts,
ain't no friends, ain't no girlfriends like that. You know, if you're trying to get to that level, right? So, you know, right now he likes it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm telling like, you probably won't love it until you make it to the NBA, something happen, nigga whoop your ass out there, or you see somebody working at a level you've never seen before, and it changes how you look at the game.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So I don't expect you to, you know, be in love with it right now. Just go and try to, you know, practice and just have the good ass habits, you know, to make you good.
And as a high school coach, you know what I'm saying, when you see a player like that, and as you see the progression stuff, and also other kids too, daughter going to college, going crazy as well. When you see somebody like that in high school, you're just like, you're good now and you're not there yet. How's it like to see somebody like that? Like, it's not untapped potential, like, oh, you got another gear you can get to. You just don't even know it yet.
Nah, it's like a blank canvas. It's like, bro, he's so talented. He got this and got that. And it's just like, if he gets this or he works like this, it's nowhere we can say he can go. It's like sky's the limit or whatever. But like when I see him with the height, the speed, the handle, the shot making, it's like, damn. Once he get a little stronger and he get the game, it's like, shit, we looking at an all-star.
So you know how to get that motherfucker up there.
Yeah.
Oh no, he gonna shoot like
I seen him shoot on 3 people one time.
Dog, I be sitting there like, man, come
Zero
on, man,
has
pass the
tapped
ball,
in.
man. They gonna be telling you, I teaching you this shit.
Wait, you told him to pass the ball?
Hell yeah, like, come on, just a couple times.
Nah,
man.
nigga, I see you setting up.
Like, I'm one of those like, no. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Nah, see.
But that was the reason, and I tell a lot of parents, I said, stop teaming your kid. If your kid got talent, stop doing that team up shit.
That was
it
my next
hurts your
question.
children. I said, high school is development for you and your child. It ain't about winning fucking championships.
Don't say that. Coach Teague.
I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask why you didn't send him right to Sierra. And,
Like, I've never seen a college coach come down and say, yo, how many high school championships you won? How many AAU championships you won? Oh, you average 40, I want you. Right? I got a bunch of people that can pass the ball to you and rebound and stuff like that. I'm not taking the whole Sierra King team. I'm looking for 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
So I would rather you be, instead of playing on Sierra Canyon averaging 10, I'd rather you be the dude that get beat by 40, but you had 40. Because you're gonna be the one that stands out.
hold on, Gil.
I agree with that.
And you know, that's why I'm chiming in, because both of y'all different, so I can talk about this, because me and him feel the same way. Getting beat by 40 and having 40, it maybe that shit is floating in Cali and that's cool. But in Indiana, bro, it's gone. Coaches is looking at you a little bit different, bro.
Yeah.
All right, now think about it like this. Your team is a bunch of 5 stars.
Yeah.
And the dude that got nobody scored 40 on you. How? You had to stop that motherfucker right there. How
we won by 40.
But how he's supposed to win by 40. He didn't supposed to score 40 on a bunch of 5 stars. Y'all supposed to double him, trap him, do whatever. So the fact that he scored 40 lets you know that he had to do it against all 5 of you. So it's making him do everything, right? Your team is going half-ass because they're just better than everybody. So they're not really digging down. He has to rebound. He has to try to block shots. He break your full court press, right? So he has to rev his engine so hard just to compete with you. That's development. He has to rev his engine so hard to compete. Now when he gets with a group, it's so much easier.
Nah, I get you. I understand where you're going.
Like for coaching, yeah, you trying to win.
Yeah, I'm trying to win.
And that's why I'm gonna let the professionals speak. Then I'm gonna chime in.
On the coaching side, I get it. Right? You trying to do, like, I'm talking about just as the parent trying to go to the next level.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to build the tiger, because it's easy for you to turn an aggressive person down.
Yeah.
If you haven't been aggressive, it's hard to turn you up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Like somebody like a Bronny James, right?
Yeah.
He's been at Sierra Canyon playing with all these 5 stars. And you're like, yo, why you don't shoot enough? He's never did it.
Yeah.
He's been passing, winning games, They've taken 4-5 shots a game. They beating everybody by 30. He never had.
But do you think that messed with his AAU run? With him being that same type of player, even in AAU?
Same. We got the same team.
Yeah, low key.
The same team. You got a whole bunch. You got Dior Johnson. You got all these guys. You got the same group. So he's never had a team where it's like, yo, you got to go out. You got to go out there and score 40. They're gonna embarrass the hell out of you.
But playing devil advocate, like your son, he has the talent to do that. Like you can see it jumps off the screen. Like okay, if you put him in a place with other 5 stars, he's still gonna shine as a 5-star. It's some other kids like they might be 3 stars when they go to a smaller school, average 40, do everything, and then they go play with 5 stars or other good players, and they don't know how to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Nah, it
happens a lot. It happens a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And we know of a situation kind of like that. Like,
And the parents think they 5 stars too. That's what.
Oh yeah, see
plays
that
too.
Yeah, see.
But it's a bunch of kids in Indy who went to schools, smaller schools and stuff, and then they get to college and it's like, I don't know how to play with other good players.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But that's the balance. You got to still put that kid into a group where, like, he plays by himself at this school, then he plays on Compton Magic. So he plays with Cole and
There we
and all
go.
those
Okay.
guys.
All right.
Right? So, and shit, he's still, you be like, yo, just that, dog, you got
That's
to.
right.
nah, you done told him. Ain't no difference between school ball and you.
You be sitting like, oh, man.
Daddy, your name Hibachi, bro. You can't tell me to pass.
But I like that because you can sit him down and say, yo, hey.
yeah.
Because if that person's never at that level, when you need him to do it, he don't know what it look like.
Yeah,
he don't know what hitting game winners feel like, right? Even somebody like, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg in the last 2 years probably never hit a game winner. Never been in a situation to, right? They've been blowing everybody out. Team's been winning. Remember, he averaged 16, 13 this year.
Yeah.
So he's never really had takeover.
But he played on Maine, though.
But he did, and in that EYBL, hold on, Gil, in that EYBL run, he was bringing them back from crazy. They was down a few times, and he had to will them back.
16U.
But I'm saying that's what
he's
his
never
coming out party.
He's never played 17U ever.
But
Right, so when everybody else was playing 17s, he went down to 16s.
he's
No, I mean he's dominant, but what I'm saying is when it comes to like putting him to them game winners, he's never felt the pain of missing and of being a disappointment to your team, or getting the ball stolen, and like my son had to go through all that, right? Missing a layup and the rest of his teammates like, oh man, now you got to bounce back.
Yeah.
Right? What you gonna do tomorrow? Right? Hitting the game winner, shit, sitting there miscalculating, the boys steal it, tie game, beat him at the buzzer. Nigga damn near throwing up in the bathroom because he let the whole school down. How you gonna react tomorrow though?
I can't.
Right? So you get
adversity.
so if you
he had 1 year at Mount Verde.
Yeah, I'm saying he
But what I'm saying is that you still got to go through the fire. You can't go to the NBA and then take your first game winner, lose. Man, you're going to get ate up if you're not built like that. Right? Even like Curry. Curry wasn't a game. He didn't hit many game winners in the beginning of 2 championships because he was blowing everybody out. So he was sitting in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So when Kevin Durant got there, Kevin like, yo, give me that ball. They was like, shit, we never been in a situation to know who to get the ball to. Right? You gotta have some experience. You gotta have some experience.
Yeah, I fuck with you, bro.
Man.
But y'all pros, bro, and I never go against y'all. But this one, bro, he the best player in the country.
No, facts.
Fuck a 16U.
No.
17.
No. Facts, he's the best player. No, I'm saying he's the best player in the
bro.
country. But you can see, like, because of the blowouts, he's never been really, really battle tested. Like, there's NBA players, dog, that they franchise guys and they won't take the game winner because they're scary.
Give an example.
I'm saying you put it in your mindset to be the guy. Like some guys is comfortable being number 2. You know what I mean? So if you number 2 in the NBA now, you get $280 million.
That's crazy.
So like,
Shout out to Paul George.
Why you podcasting, nigga?
I'm
What you
just
talking
saying.
about?
Some
You see me
people
in the
cool.
Big
Just saying, some people cool with being number 2. So Cooper Flagg number 2, straight in my
It's a
book.
hell of a number 2.
Max
Nah, I know. Like, he's gonna be a franchise guy, but you have to like right now. It's like he needs to be put in a situation where he gets battled. Right, you don't want to go to the NBA and then you go to a locker room and niggas don't like you anyway.
Yeah.
And you do something wrong, you already know they're gonna jump down your back.
Yeah, for sure.
If you ain't been built to say, man, watch out. You gonna fall behind.
Yeah.
But you don't really get that until you in like year 3 anyway. The
But
watch out.
Well, watch out.
Yeah, like when you a rookie, it's already somebody there. You know, somebody there is gonna tell you, "Hey, I got that."
Yeah.
And then when you're the franchise player as a rookie, they already hating on you.
Oh, you had Bib. You had Bib and Jamal.
Yeah, I had Bib, Jamal, Joe.
Captain Kirk too.
I had Bill.
You can speak from experience.
I had all
Oh,
them. So it wasn't no watch out. It was like,
and I know they was fighting over that goddamn ball.
That's why you wanted to check it when he came to the game.
Yeah, shit, I ain't going shit. Joe out there, shit, he
Joe
shoot
and
all
Jamal,
these
they
shots.
was like, who taking this last shot? And
Yeah.
I'm like, Joe getting that, bro. I used to tell Jamal, Joe
getting that.
Jamal,
I couldn't tell Jamal.
Nah, Jamal used to, he shot a couple of them.
He gonna get the motherfuckers up. Like,
But
for sure.
I'm like, hey, swing that ball to Joe, bro. You out of pocket, bro. Joe
I be
hit
guarding him like, damn, Joe, you gonna allow this, Joe? You gonna allow this, Joe? You ain't gonna come get this, Joe?
That's the shit he be on.
You gonna come get this, Joe?
That's a locker room problem. No, I gotta ask why you here, man. And see, we gotta resurface this. Angel Reese topic, you know what I'm saying? We had a conversation on our show about stat padding and people didn't like it. But what I saw yesterday was one of the nastiest displays. I'm happy that double-double streak ended because that was one of the craziest things I have seen in a long time in basketball, man. I understand it happens, but I'm so happy that streak ended because there's no way we could glorify that, man. That shit was crazy.
Haters, man.
Nah, but that was nasty work, man.
He's a hater.
If it was that easy, everybody would have tried it.
Thank you,
It's like
Gil.
she wasn't patting stats. She just couldn't make layups on the first try.
I'm talking about shooting a layup when you down 20 and 10 seconds left in the game because the double-double. That's crazy.
No. I'm sorry. Listen.
They had 4 people on it. That was funny.
I love that. Shout out to the Liberty.
Shout out
You
to Ricky
already
Davis.
got the record and you trying to extend it. There's going to be situations where it might come down to a rebound or a miss, and you going to miss it to keep it going.
For sure.
Right? That's just it. You know what I mean? If I got 20 triple-doubles, right? I got
sure,
20
bro.
triple-doubles,
sure.
and I need one with 3 seconds left, and I don't give a fuck what we up. I need this basket. I'm going to get the basket. Y'all can fight me after. I know that streak is going.
I ain't mad at her. I wasn't mad at her. But I told y'all she don't make layups.
She don't make
That's how I
layups.
said that.
Hey, she
That's
don't
how-
make layups, so
Nah.
you know she getting her offense rebound. That's hey.
Hey, do your thing. Somebody gave her the best comparison that we ever had. I ain't gonna say his name, but he said she was Kenneth Fareed. And I said,
I know him well.
yeah, I said that is a great comparison because
Like she's a great rebounder. She's not very gifted offensively yet. That was her Achilles heel.
yeah.
But this is going to be the worst that we get to see of her
for sure.
offensively.
It's
So,
gonna
Facts, bro.
you know, she'll
Very
develop.
quickly.
But you know, she's just a rebounder, defender type of girl.
She a hell of a rebounder.
She a killer.
That's her thing.
It's just funny though, because she was trying to get that that double-double, and they triple team her on the baseline with 10 seconds left in the game. They up 16. That shit was funny.
They haters, bro.
They haters for sure.
Haters, bro.
You don't want that record to be like, you want to be the people that broke it. You know?
yeah. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
like you getting that rebound and fucking up the parlay.
Oh yeah, they was hot about that. Man, I got a rebound. Bobby Portis needed 1 rebound to to hit the parlay or whatever, and I grabbed it. Man, Milwaukee was hot. They was cussing me out, and I ain't know what was going on. They like, what the fuck, D? You don't even play. What are you doing? I'm like,
Out there in the way.
yeah, I'm out in the way trying to get a stat. I had one rebound.
I had one rebound. Somebody probably had me at 0.5. I want somebody partying around this bitch.
Oh, somebody took over your rebound.
That was a nigga sitting all the way at top, though.
Yeah, 0.5.
Man, that is crazy, man. But also with that being said, with you know what I'm saying, with that being so prevalent now in today's space, with the sports gambling like that, for you, also, even going back, how would you feel you would have did with NIL in Arizona?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I wasn't like that. I wasn't him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I was the lead scorer on the team, but I played with 4 All-Americans. Right. So you know, Jason Gardner.
They was going to get Richard back.
Right. Like they would have probably. You know, I was more of a scavenger dog, right?
Yeah.
You know, I got NIL. I got my money, right? I was selling autograph balls, right? Get all day, sign that. Break back into the locker room, steal all them, right? So I was getting this, and I was getting my money. I was doing well.
Respect.
I wasn't starving at all. I'm just saying like that. But like this, when I got drafted, I said it. I got drafted second round. I was like, man, I took a pay cut coming to the NBA, man. I didn't go back to college. They're like, say that again. I took a pay cut coming to the NBA. Can I go back to college? Shit. I give a fuck if they get in trouble. Shit, I'm in trouble right now. I done spent all this money. Shit, I bought this cheap ass chain and that Escalade with 5 TV. I thought I saved money on the fake diamond. All cubic. All cubic zirconia, baby.
Oh, man. Shout out to Kim.
Man, how much you spend on a cubic zirconia chain?
10 bands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the fight.
CJ, big boy.
You was Christmas.
Yeah, you would have thought, hey, because you know about shit back then, right? Dipset had the whole, everything was coming all the way down, and everybody did their initials, so everybody shit was like this big, so that GJ just sitting there, I made it.
I remember Elton Brand telling me about they called it the Ice Age. He said he spent $250,000 on the chain.
Yeah.
Damn.
I said, you crazy as hell.
No, serious. No, serious.
That's nuts, bro.
Man, 10 grand, look just the same. Look just the same.
I feel you on that.
Man, one of my favorite things y'all doing over at Gilbert Arenas, obviously y'all going crazy, but the games y'all be playing, the draft, that shit was fire, man. I love y'all competitive league with that, man.
Brandon was pissed.
Nigga team sorry as hell, man. Yeah, I need some shooting. I'm gonna go get James Worthy.
James Worthy.
He only going right. Oh, my fault.
He get off that.
My bad, bro.
Shit, he ain't shooting the 80s.
That was Angel Reese, nigga.
He said it. I ain't said it.
That's his camera right there.
Hey, you know what's funny? Like when you talk about the 80s and everybody get mad, and then you ask them, have you watched the game? They were like, no. Hey, you know what? We got the internet now.
Yeah.
Go in and pop in one of them 80s games, boy. They over there doing the flex cut, the UCLA cut, the weave.
Yeah, it's bad.
Prehistoric basketball. They don't know what to do with the Eurostep back then.
Hey, when you
travel, they call travel on it.
Hey, when you was saying that, when you was like, when Grant Hill came in the league and he was doing right to left crossovers, he's like, they never seen that before. And I watched that tape. And how bad he was crossing Pippen and all that. I'm like, yeah, it might have been spooky.
Yeah. Now, that's what man, listen. Even the hand check, right? The hand check was great because the guards didn't score.
Yeah.
Right? So they coming down full court with their back to the basket, right? So it's easy to hold on to him, right? They didn't do that to Isaiah Thomas because he was the scoring guard. They didn't do it to Tim Hardaway. They didn't do it to Kevin Johnson, right? When these guys came into the league and they're coming to the basket, where was your hand check then? It was still in.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't hand check a motherfucker's stomach, right? So that means he has to turn for you to hold his side. So the fact that everybody's going downhill, the hand check was irrelevant. All you doing is just trying to catch up, and then you did this shit. You wasn't in the league yet. You drive in, and then they just push you into
they
Shaq
was
just
still
sitting
doing
there.
that.
They were still doing that?
Yeah, they was still doing that. Bibby started doing that to me in practice.
Yeah.
He'd let me go. He'd push me right in. I'm like,
Motherfucker just sitting there, just hitting. Like, come on, ref. Then they couldn't move. They couldn't move left to right, man.
Them old niggas hate you.
Hey, the 80s is the Euros today. Y'all don't move very well left to right.
they hate him. They hate him.
When it before he was like, but I would have cooked y'all.
Yeah, it was because it's glory. It's we're talking about a time that it was the NBA. 78 when the NBA merged, right? And they don't like talking about it because it was dark ages, right? Big drug problems. Like they had to tape delay everything to make sure everything was clean, but it was going through a real big drug problem in the 80s, right? Just like the world was, right? So now you have a bunch of NBA players just integrated. They got money, so what do you think they're gonna do, right? So when Magic and Bird came in, Magic was the NBA's, I call it the NBA because ABA and NBA, when they put it together, that's the NBA. One league now. Magic Johnson was their first baby. That was the baby boy of the NBA. 19 years old. He was the baby boy of the NBA. Bird was 22 when he came in, right? So the first child of the NBA was Magic. And they held the NBA together. And then Jordan just polarized it. So, that's why those three are iconic. So when you talk about the 80s, they think you're talking about them three.
Yeah.
right? You know, like when you say, man, 80s suck, and we got Magic Bird, and like, wait, yeah, we get it, dog. Like the rest of you, the rest
400 other motherfuckers.
like, y'all was having 216 people drafts, dog, all the way up into
nasty
80,
bro.
I heard somebody say I was drafted in the 7th round before. I was like, damn.
That was all the way into 87.
Yeah.
87. Michael Jordan, there was 216 people drafted with him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
He
crazy.
was a big guard too, though. You would have killed them. Way fast. You was a bigger guard. You would have.
Who do you think play like you now? Like, if you had to say somebody, like, put you in a mold of yourself, who would you say?
Probably Maxey.
Okay.
How he just wants to come downhill real fast.
Nah, that's a great comparison. Yeah.
Like, because it was TV then, like people don't know, I said in the post, right? It was like I did more posting up than I did just, it was either going to post up the little guard, then they have to put the big guard on me, then now I'm trying to do 1 foot flat and beat them off the dribble.
Yeah. And you have one thing that I've always seen, and my dad coached, and he taught it to some of our players on the team. They're like, yeah, you can shoot, but you may not be as fast or quick. If you can step out a little bit in that three-point line, now they got to guard you a little bit differently. And you was like the pioneer of that shit because your three-point threat was at the volleyball line. So you got all the space in the world. They couldn't do nothing with you.
Yeah, so I seen some report. It was like some synergy report, right? And then it had like, I'm trying to get better. Like, what are my flaws at? What? Okay, this corner, this and this. And I'm like, you know, like it had this like 56% from here, and like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. And it's like, the shot you took from this is 56%. So I'm sitting here like, 3-point line, 38, back here, and I'm sitting there like, this doesn't even make no sense. So then I'm coming to the spot trying to figure out like, all right. Then I realized the guard is sitting under the 3-point line waiting for me. There's nobody guarding me here. Right, if I'm shooting a 3, I'm getting contested. Here, there's no contest. Right, so this is an open shot. So I started training these shots right here, knowing that they're going to be open. Nobody's going to be back there trying to play defense. Like when I came in, everybody went under. Because guards didn't shoot behind the screen. So that's what gave me the advantage. Like, yo, I'm not Gary Payton, dog. I don't, I don't have a big man to pass the ball to, so I don't got to sit there and the big man come throw it, then, I fan out and then they double, got to swing it, and then the last person that's get the ball, he can't shoot, right? Because that's usually put the worst shooter all the way on the other side, right? And that's the nigga who got all the shots.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. I was that guy before. My rookie year, they like go to the corner, I was like, oh, this motherfucker coming to me. Shit.
I remember when I did the first pick and roll, pick, boom, and they switched out. And I was like, oh shit. Hey, move. I did one of those. Move. Yeah. And coach like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm about to take him off the dribble. And I was like, what are you talking about? Look who I have on me. We're gonna take him off the dribble. And I was like, son, maybe this is why you don't play in this game. Maybe this is why you got drafted 31. Your IQ is low. And I'm like, what? And it's like, you don't see the guard guarding the big man. Yeah, I seen that.
But I got
and you don't think that's the pass. So you want me to pass him the ball? Him, one, we don't call no plays for him. Anyway, but you want me to pass him the ball. What's gonna happen? They're gonna double. We're gonna swing it, look who's in the corner. He don't shoot, right? Is that the play we want?
Nah, so you had the IQ.
So I ran it, boom, they swish it, threw it down, swish, and I said, brick. Motherfucker, then they're air ball.
So your own man's is crazy.
I'm hot because it's like you don't know our plays and you don't know the player personnel.
Yeah.
So later on that day, did the pick and they switched out again. Move. Got a dunk. I was on IR after that. There's no more. I got benched out of that. I can tell you that.
You had to throw it to a Donald Foyle?
Yeah. Straight to duck dash. You know who? Donald Foyle. Goddamn right.
Shout out to Foyle.
That was my guy. Said, hell of a pitch. I'm not throwing it down into him. Shit. I see the look on his face. Don't throw it down here. That was the look. Oh, shit. But it was just crazy because it was like I'm sitting there like damn, we ain't never called a play for this motherfucker down there, but throw it to him? All right, this is what we're doing. I'm glad he got fired, because I would have never got off the bench after that display.
And you know what's so crazy? We've been blessed to talk to some great pros these last couple of weeks, and just like mindset that you guys have, like obviously with y'all being guards, y'all know the game probably better than anybody, but it's like your own intuition has to kick in, because yes, this coach is professional, and he's telling you what to do, but you just like, well, I'm telling you it's actually right, but this is now an ego battle. Yep. It has nothing to do about what's going on the court. It's about a mental or personal thing. How do you overcome that situation when you like, I know what the fuck I'm doing is right, but now I got to really prove it to you, or get lucky that you get fired to get out the way. I got to deal with it.
It's on both sides, man. It's a give and take, right? You know, we have two visions, right? You know, the player has the 2K vision. The coach has a courtside vision. So we're seeing different things, right? Yeah. We have two different views of it. So we both are right and we both are wrong, depending on what we're looking at that time. So you might be saying, you know, 5 down, right? Throw it to the big man, and I'm watching the game, I'm seeing his mannerisms like, nah, that ain't it. He ain't got it today, right? So the point of putting me at the point is you have to trust my instinct.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why you have me at the point to trust my instinct, knowing that I'm going to do more right than I'm going to do wrong. Right? So as a coach, you have to give the freedom just so they can explore. So, you know, like, you know, there's games where you have to say, all right, I ain't coaching today. Let me see what you got. You coach. You sub in whoever you going to sub in.
Ooh.
No, you got to.
Because Coach Teague.
Come on, Coach Teague.
Now, you know why? You know why? You got to see how they think, right? Because you know how you be subbing players in and niggas be like, yeah, well, I should be playing this. Oh, you do? All right, look. Hey, I'm not going to coach today. I'm just going to be watching players coach themselves. Motherfucker starting 5 and you try to get up.
Practice.
You're going to be trying to get up and be like, nigga be like, nah, dog, no. You don't get in the regular game. You ain't getting in today. They going to self-check themselves anyway.
Yeah.
It be one of them games y'all know you're going to win by like 40.
We don't got none of them.
Nah, but he does have that mentality in practice sometimes.
In practice,
Like,
I do that.
He do that. He do that.
Practice, man. You got to do that in the game. Everybody think they good in practice.
We don't got the luxury.
You ain't got the luxury to do that.
You got to read the room.
You got one of those teams.
You got to read the room.
You got one of those teams. Y'all got one of those teams.
Yeah, we ain't got the luxury.
Y'all playing all high level.
Every single team knows somebody.
You seen hardball? That's what they are right now. They get to the next level. Right now they first over hardball.
Every team we play is like a top team in the state, though. So
he always have like always, but second year, but he got a tough schedule usually.
Okay.
At the school we at. I don't know if Elijah got the up and down. Maybe he got the blind or the deaf school, and then he got to play Sierra Canyon or.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
So the prep school's a little bit.
Yeah, you feel me? So
nah, we don't got.
that's why I'm saying Cali a little different. You know what I mean? When you in that 4A, you in that 4A. But ain't no really no ducking. He got a D1 player every night.
Yeah.
Oh, see the problem with the Cali schools is because everyone teamed up.
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna have 7 5-stars on one team. These schools might not have none. You're gonna got 4 on that side. So then Sierra Canyon's in a division where most of the other teams don't even got no black players. Right, so for the most part, they trying to duck and forfeit anyway because it's like we're not equipped to play you guys. Y'all not even in our. Y'all ain't even supposed to be in no league. Right, you know y'all done soup the teams up. Y'all can't be in this regular ass league.
They supposed to be on that Mount Verre circuit.
Yeah, they have to
Playing prep schedule.
So bro don't have that luxury, bro.
Nah, we don't got that.
He ain't got an NBA player every time like when he was playing in high school, but he definitely for sure most likely is playing a D1 player on the other end.
For sure.
Yeah, when I was in high school, it was an NBA player at every school.
Yeah.
That's sectional. Yeah, that's sectional.
That's what I say. You trying to slight Indiana.
Eric Gordon, G. Hill went to school with him.
Yeah.
I had Courtney Lee on my team.
Yeah, we had Robert Vaden in
Greg
high school,
Oden,
Greg Oden, Mike Conley, Josh McRoberts.
Yeah.
We can go crazy.
And that was just in one section.
Gordon Hayward. We can go crazy. Yeah, we can
all
go
in
crazy.
one.
Yeah.
So if you got lucky enough to beat George Hill, Josh McRoberts, and you got to get Mike Conley.
The LA's so spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the LA's so spread where you don't really. Right, you can't. Yeah, it ain't really like that. There's so many divisions, dog. It ain't even. It's crazy.
We just got 4A.
Yeah,
well, we got 1A, 2A, but don't nobody really play that.
But still, even with those players, the NBA players, He still play with D1 caliber players on his team.
Yeah.
Mike Conley and them still, they sent Donald Coutier, Mike.
They had like 8 players go
Brandon
D1 on their team.
Yeah, bro. So it's different.
Nah,
bro.
so Indiana different. It's basketball for real. Like
Yeah.
even like it's a hood school called Arlington. It ain't a school no more. They had a dude named Deontay Vaughn went to Cincinnati. They beat Greg Oden and Mike Conley and them.
Yeah.
They only lost of the year.
Yeah, they only lost of the year, but he killed them. He had like 38.
They was ranked 20th in the country.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So like,
Okay.
We go, you know what I mean?
Don't do too much. Don't have some players in. Okay.
it was cool.
You know what's I used NBA already. When I did ball up. I did the ball up.
My dad was running it too.
Yeah, that's his dad shit.
Run it.
And then we went to Indy. Not gonna like,
We had an indie team,
yeah, there was some jumping motherfuckers out there.
For
Y'all was in
sure.
Northwest.
Yeah, it was something like, they can get it here. Them in Chicago, I was like, y'all got some bounties over here.
See, Napa's one of them places that you'll go to an open gym, it's a random nigga who just drank a fifth and about to come hoop, but he probably had D1 talent and just basketball in Indianapolis especially just mean too much. Like the open gyms in the city be different than most places. You're going there with D1 level talent that just got off a 8-hour shift.
Because y'all got top-heavy players in Cali. Like you, Russ, Barry.
I got a lot of all-stars too, for sure.
Paul Pierce. Like, we don't.
But even that's still spread out though.
Yeah.
Because like, you got you have the LA schools. You got city section, southern section. They don't play each other. So for the most part, like unless you schedule it, like Jason Crow Jr. and my son, they would never see each other.
Oh, okay.
But because they both led, so Jason Crow Jr. As a freshman led the country led Cali in scoring. My son was number 2. Everybody's like, we want to see them play against each other. So now we have to section each other, but their team is better than my son's team, right? Even though in their section they suck like shit, right? It's all divisions. It's all divisions, so it's all spread out. So it's hard for.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Like even though my son, him playing against Sierra Kane, everybody's like, oh, he needs to be in this. It's like he does. The rest of the team, dog, they won't even make the C squad at your school.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right, they can't even dribble. They barely know how to take the ball out. You know what I mean? Like that.
So you damn near over there were like Martin and rebound. Like Martin and rebound. You got one of them teams over there. Your team couldn't come to Indiana,
But we went to the state. That's it. But we went to the state
I know,
championship.
but
But my son. But that's what I said. But my son would be like, if it's an Indy, he's just gonna go to one of those schools. He's not gonna be on the bottom feeding team.
Oh, he can come to Pike.
Yeah, he come. Oh yeah, we can take him to Pike for sure. But yeah, you could. It ain't no schools like that in Indy.
Nah.
Like, it's no side schools and then 4A.
Yeah.
Like we get beat by Hamilton Southeastern or like Fishers. They got the best. They won state and it's all white dudes.
Yeah.
And you like when you about to go play them, you like, man, we about to kill them. They start hooping, you like, ah, shit.
They doing a bunch of
They play
backdoor
like
around,
goddamn.
reading, cutting, and
They play
slashing.
like Gold State. But they wasn't holding the ball. Shit, they was scoring like 100 points, 85 points.
But his son got the luxury too of being trained by him too. So that kind of it make a difference for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, listen. This has been a wonderful time for us, Gil. We've been waiting for this episode. We appreciate you blessing us with your presence, man. This is great, man. Be here before we get out of here. Tell the people they can buy some merch at
shopclub520.com, baby.
You know what it is. Club 520, Gil's Arena. We appreciate this happening. Hey, shout out to Jalisco one time for the one time, showing us love all week. We appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. We'll be back next time.
Resorts World Vegas, man.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you.